Yo, I'm just tapping in. I won't be here long. Just give a little bit of my journey. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, drop something in the chat. If you can hear me, drop something in the chat. I'm just tapping in. What's up? I hope everybody having a good night, and I hope everyone has had a beautiful day today. But the reason that I popped on here is just to talk about motherhood a little bit. Hopefully, oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Most people don't know, but I have three sons, two grandsons. They just turned 8 last week. So I have three sons. They're all in their 20s, late 20s to early 20s. All are out on their own. Two of them are in certain predicaments right now, but they are all out on their own. So I want to start with I have a baby daddy and I have a husband, which I am not with anymore. I'm going to start with my first child. When I found out that I was pregnant with my first child, the father and I, we were not together. We were doing things that we should not have been doing. Period. But things happened and I had my first child. But when I went to the hospital, when I went to the doctor rather, and the nurse came back and said that your pregnancy test came back positive. And I'm gonna tell you, I was an ignorant woman in the world. When I came out from birth until years later, I was an ignorant woman. I was put out in the world with no tubes. Not alone. So when the doctor nurse came and she said, your pregnancy test came back positive, I was so ignorant. I was like, what that mean? And she was like, you gonna have a baby. And I was like, I said, what am I going to do with a baby? And she said, I don't know, but you're gonna have one. And at that moment, things had changed. So as time went on, I I'm sorry, I just jumped right into the stream. Forgive me, it's late, but it's just a random pop up. I'm just rambling, but I appreciate you if you're here. Like, subscribe to the channel. Welcome. So yes, sometimes I'll be in certain streams listening to certain panels, and people be like, when some people say certain things, they'll be like, you didn't know that? Your parents didn't teach you that? Everybody knows that. And I just sit there and I listen. And I just want to say today that everyone doesn't know that. Everyone wasn't taught. Everyone wasn't listening. So everyone doesn't know that. Sometimes you just need to sit back, relax, and listen to people. Listen to where they're coming from, what they're saying, how they're how they are saying it, why they are saying it. However, everyone is not like you. They came out knowing all. There were some of us that came out, and I came from a decent family, but I was the one, a few of us, we didn't get any tools. Somewhere along the line, the giving of tools stopped. So, from birth, I've been getting it out the mud, and I think I've done a damn good job. So, I have three sons. My oldest son, he has a set of twins, boys. Let me start back with the nurse. She told me, I don't know, but you're gonna have one. So at that point, things started kicking in because I really had been. I left my mother when I was a teenager, and I was 22 when I got pregnant, and I had the baby when I was 23. And people may say, "Well, damn, you was grown, yeah, about the age I was, but in the mind, I was ignorant. I was so ignorant. Oh my Lord, I was ignorant. I'm not ignorant today though, but I was ignorant. So anyway, I was into some things, and I had to make some decisions. Baby or things. I chose baby. I chose to raise the baby by myself, not fighting the father because of certain circumstances, and we were just doing things that we shouldn't have been doing. The things that I hear on the panels used to baffle me because a lot of the things they say, I don't know. I don't associate. I don't know what the hell they be talking about because they be sounding foolish as hell to me. They be just saying anything out of their mouths, and I'll be like, what? So, and then a lot of them act like they don't see this, that, and the other. But yeah, okay. But anyway, so as life went on, I decided, baby. So regardless of whatever came my way, whatever things, hurdles that I would have to cross, I would have to cross them with this baby. The child support situation that they talk about, I know nothing about. But down the line, I did end up dealing with child support, but it wasn't for the stuff that y'all want to do. Oh my Lord. But anyway, so as time went on, dealing with boys, I was what they called the tomboy. I grew up playing basketball. I grew up tomboyish, doing everything the boys would do. But when it came to my children, I want to say this to the mothers, period, but the mothers that have sons. My sons tell me today that I sacrificed and put my life on the line for them. And I tell them that it wasn't a sacrifice, really. I was a mother, and I did what I had to do, regardless of their father. The things that I gave my sons, they used to get mad at me because we would go to the thrift stores. I didn't buy them Jordans. I bought a few pair when they got all A's. But I was the type of mother that put tangible things inside them versus clothes. We went to the thrift stores. I received hand-me-downs. I was blessed by the lady that stayed next door to me. She had 3 sons. I had sons, and she ended up with 4 sons, no daughters. I ended up with 3 sons, no daughters. And her sons were bigger than my sons. And a lot of the stuff that she would give me, when she asked me would I accept those things, I was like, yeah. And I was married at that time. I'm skipping and jumping and hopping. I was married at that time, but my husband at the time wasn't doing the things that he should have been doing, so I had to do what I had to do. Give me those hand-me-downs. Yes, some of the things had tags that my children hadn't worn. So I had got heavily into church. I was born into church. I was born Baptist, ended up being sanctified, Church of God in Christ. I was Baptist till I was grown, then I was sanctified, grown until for 11 and a half years. Then I was Israel of God for some years. My stance today, that's another conversation. So my children got a lot of church experience. And by them being boys, from what I hear, they are really the ones that need it. They really need it. So the tools that I gave my sons were things like humbleness, respect, care, little duty. Yeah, duty. Because I went to work. They saw me go to work every day, faithfully. Sometimes I did call in sick when I was sick or when I needed to, but faithfully. I'm one of those people, faithfully. So, in the midst of me going to work, the dad was there every now and then, back and forth, because he was doing his thing. But the story isn't about the dad, it's about motherhood. So, I would get up in the morning, and sometimes if the dad wasn't there getting the kids up ready for school, I would have them iron my uniform because I got to jump in the tub, get ready to go make the money because the dad was doing some things. And like I said, it's another story. But I was still doing the things that I needed to do as a mother. So when my children were small, I had the first one. Then I met my husband at that time when my child was 6 months. He had a daughter that was a year old. And you will have people that look down and you're like, what? Yes. But like I said, I was an ignorant woman. I had no tools, but I was collecting data along the way, not knowing when I was going to use it, how I was going to use it, or even if I would use it. But I was collecting data along the way. But I ended up getting married. I shouldn't have, but I had no tools. I had no. But I'm glad I did. I don't regret anything. Anything. So, because I learned from it. So, when I had my boys, me being tomboyish, we would always go out, no matter the degrees. I moved to Mississippi from Chicago to Mississippi. So no matter the degree, I would go out, we would ride the bikes, we would run, we would play in the dirt, we would play, we would go to the park, we would do things. I would tire them out, come home with their baths, different things. And this is before school age. So I would do things with them. I would color with them, teach them the ABCs, basic stuff, and more things knowingly and unknowingly. So as they started getting older, it was it was never a pain for me to raise my own children. And I don't know if it's because of things that happened to me in the past, and I wanted to protect my children. Although they were boys, I didn't care. So maybe maybe that's why I was so hands on. I don't know, but I didn't care. Even when they got school age, I would go to PTA meetings. I would be involved. I was even a coach of the basketball team. I would be involved with them and do things with them. But at the same time, they saw me suffering through things, which I take accountability for, but I don't regret going through those things because some people have to tell their children, well, your father was this, that, and the other. I don't have to tell my children anything because I did sacrifice and they saw for themselves. It is what it is. It's over now. But I did sacrifice that part like that. But it was not a sacrifice for me to raise my own children. I didn't like people even keeping my children. I didn't care. I didn't want people keeping my children. I didn't let them spend the night out at different people's house like that. And I didn't let people spend the night there. Because if people spend the night at my house, then I won't be able to sleep because I gotta watch these children like hawks. Like, no, I'm not putting myself through that. I have to watch these three here. So anyway, we did things. We played basketball together, played in the snow. We just I did everything with my children. Most of the time, my children were with me unless I was in a place where they couldn't be. I don't understand the mothers today, or even some back then, like they always used to say, oh, not all, but a lot of them used to say, oh, I'll be glad when they go back to school. I'll be glad when they go back to school. And I think that's their preference, their choice. But for me, we having fun. Like, oh man, school finna get ready to start again. Like I would drive out of town from Mississippi to Chicago, Mississippi, with me and the boys. You know, I would put a jug in there, like a milk jug, just in case they would have to pee, because I ain't stopping. They put the in the and when I get gas, that's when I would use the bathroom. I would have my piece with me too. Because they were young and it was just me. I gotta protect them. So it was about protection, protecting the kids from everybody. But you can only protect them to a certain extent because they have to go to school. You may have to go to work. They have to go to this place, to the daycare, you know. So you can only do so much, but you can limit it. Stop putting your children off on people. I don't care if the daddy is not there. Stop putting your children off on other people. What was your point of having the children? Like I say, maybe you was ignorant. Maybe you are ignorant, like I was. But I still had a little something in me to say at a point of time after I had that first one. When I got with the other man, I'm not having no more children until I'm married. Which I'm telling you about back then. If it was today, it would be a different thing today. I'm telling you what happened, my journey. Okay? So eventually got married and had those kids. Two other sons. I always said I wanted a daughter if she could come out grown. And people would laugh at me. And I'm so serious. I would love to have a daughter if she could come out grown. And my reason for saying that is I don't want her to ever go through. I went through. Ever, 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 ever. So I did things with my sons when their father wasn't there. I won't say how much he wasn't there, but when he wasn't there, listen, come on, babies, put your stuff on. Let's go to the park. Let's come on. Let's color. Let's count these pennies. Let's sit on the floor. Let's do this. Let's play in the dirt. Let's go ride some horses. Let's walk. Come on, get in this wagon. Like I was in their life. I stopped my life, but I didn't stop my life, but I stopped my life because I had children. It had nothing to do with that man. Now, I was an ignorant woman. Wow. I was probably one of the ignorantest women my age back then. I just didn't know. I promise you, I was spit out the womb, and I love my parents. Although I went through some things with my mother and my father, I love my mother. I love my father, but that's a different story. That's another stream. If it's ever, I did an upload, but if it's ever another one. I love my mother, even though I was spit out and wasn't given any tools. She didn't know any better. But she took care of me. She worked. She didn't let my father. They were married until I was like 35. I believe I was like 35. But they were together. They separated when I was maybe 4 or 5, something like that. But they divorced when I was like 35. And one thing that I do know, I'm okay with it. My mother kept a roof over our heads. She kept food on our table. We had heat. She wasn't no street woman. She had a boyfriend when she was a street woman. Very professional. According to nails, appearance, slips, girdles, stockings, things of that nature, my mother is a 10 on that. She's, I think, 19 years older than I am. I'm 50. She still polish on her nails today. I don't know if she ever been to a nail salon. She has always been a classy lady. Mom always painted her nails. I guarantee you, I put my whole check on it right now. If I could call her and put her on the screen, her nails is done. I ain't never cared. But I tell you one thing, if I wanted to look at somebody as a woman, I would look at my mother. Although she made mistakes, I love my mother. Me and her clash, we twins. We clashed. But back to the children. So we did things. I left home when I was 14. I got back up with my mother when I had my first child. I went to visit her, and that's when I met my husband. And had 2 more children. We were down there with her, and she had left Chicago and moved there. So I thank God for my mother when I had my children because we were like a community. We operated as such. And I was the one who had the children. And my mother loved her grandchildren. She did, and they loved her. We had fun. So I would buy my children instrumental things, real instruments, drums, keyboards, guitars, bongos, tamarines, the shakers. I forget what you call those. Xylophone. I actually bought these things. I didn't buy guns. Excuse me. I didn't buy guns and things of that sort. I bought etch a sketches and ABCs. I bought educational and instrumental things when it came around to Christmas, toys, whatever. When I did celebrate those holidays, I didn't buy no guns and toys like that. I wasn't into that. I didn't want them to be into that. So I instilled things in them that would see me talk to people in the street. I'm like, Mom, you know everybody. I don't know those people. Just talking to them. I don't know those people. And it was a blessing. That I had my children. And people don't understand me. Even one of my sons, two of them, I think they call me Ops. I'm okay with it. I'm Ops. But they call the Ops. They call the Ops. All the time. They call the Ops. Now, going on as they grew, I'm just skimming through this random. As they grew, they started getting into things that they should have. And they knew mother would not approve of the things that they were doing and getting into, right? So I will get to the point where y'all got to go. And your daddy, you got to go. Call your daddy, you got to go. They don't want to go with their daddy, but they want to be foolish with me. Because my husband and I, we would be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because I have to like, you know what I'm doing, you got to go. Like, he has a gambling addiction. If anybody knows about gambling, you know where I'm coming from. That's all I'm going to say. So there will be times we back and forth, you know how you're trying to work it out. But you be trying to work it out, but they ain't trying to work it out. So you just, if you got any sense, do what you gotta do. Although I was an ignorant woman. I'm telling you, I ain't have no tools. I'm telling you, I'm just started putting this stuff together. Stuff been coming together, you know what I'm saying, like over the years and stuff like that. But I'm just telling you, I was an ignorant woman. I was born new tools. And I'm telling you, I've been cracked upside the head, drugged through the mud, beat. I've been all that. And I'm supposed to be talking about children. I've been all that, but you know what? I ain't mad. I wouldn't change nothing for the world. I say most of everything I've done in my life, or everything that has happened to me, that people has done to me, I wouldn't change. Because everything those people, those folk done to me, I learned from it. And you got these people out here saying, I don't know nobody like that. That's another story. back to the children. So they started getting older, started doing things because they saw some things. They saw their father and I fight a few times. The things that they saw their father doing, they were getting angry, becoming angry. And then the anger started turning toward me, you know, but the dad was doing what he wanted to do, but I was there providing, protecting, the school calling. Then it started going to the juvenile system. I'm going there, I'm losing money from my job because I had to work because he was gambling, doing what he was doing. So, but to tell you the truth, I wanted to be an at-home mom, but I wanted to be the mom that was home when the children got home. So I could have worked during the hours because I'm never a lazy person. I've never been a lazy person. I've been working since I was, like people say, 13. I was working since I was 13. But actually, I've been working before I was 13 because the people that was babysitting us used to make me clean her house. That's why I'm such a good, excellent, one of the reasons why I'm a good, excellent cleaner now. My mother used to clean up all the time, especially on Saturday. So, Dream, come on. Y'all better sit down on the couch. I better mop this floor. You gotta use it. You better go now. Do, 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 do. Anyway, so with that, and on my job, I do environmental services, right? Which is housekeeping, and it's by choice. Because I'm a housekeeper slash surgical tech. Graduated with honors, all that stuff. But I got, I got other stuff going on and different things like that, and it just, it, it ain't time. I mean, I got people that want me to do the job and everything. I move when the creator tell me to move. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to the children. So I've always wanted to go to school, right? I end up dropping out of high school. Like I said, I'm all over the place, but I don't care. I just talk. I dropped out of high school and eventually I went back and I got it, right? Because I knew I needed it. I was an excellent basketball player, but I just didn't have anybody to push me. You know what I'm saying? And then I look at it like it wasn't meant for me to go because I had colleges writing me, wanted me to play for them and stuff like that. But it wasn't meant for me to go because I probably would have got into something that I shouldn't have been into. You understand what I'm saying? Like sororities or different things. So I'm not mad, but I experienced it. I've experienced so much in my life back to the children. So I'm dealing with them. They're going through their things. They're expanding. They're growing. They're getting out. Their peers are into things. Their peers aren't being taught like they are being taught. So it's like the stuff is extra hard for me. You understand what I'm saying? It's extra hard for me because I gotta try to keep these dudes in line. They daddy acting their ass, and then y'all probably say, "Well, you chose him." I'm not from y'all era. I'm not from that shit. I ended up with who I ended up with, and just like this, because he got his things that he need to deal with. To this day, I'm on my journey. Our children, they're wrong now. So I'm trying to instill things in the children that cannot be removed. Although they're watching their dad they're watching me too. So I have to live a certain way. I have to move a certain way because these dudes looking at me. You understand what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you the truth. My baby son catching it, catching it. This chick, she using him. She using him. I tell him, you gotta strap your boots up, baby. She's supposed to be a roommate. She's supposed to be paying half. She gotta pay. If that's your woman and you choosing to let her not pay, that's your business. And they ain't the type of woman you want. She been getting over almost about a good 8 months. He called me, talked to me about it. All I can do is give him advice. But she called herself running over him. Now, his daddy, a hot mess, tempered, don't care. So I know that DNA is in them. But so is my DNA. He's quiet. He used to be a little shy. He used to be kind of like into the gang moves and stuff like that. He's not shy anymore. He talked to women and different stuff like that. My oldest two, they're locked up. The oldest one, he been back and forth, juvenile, juvenile. The middle one, my twin, he got the short end of the stick. Some of his friends, which I told him about, put his name in some stuff. He been going almost 6 years. He called me. The girlfriend called and said, they came and got him in for questioning, and they said they're gonna bring him back. He ain't been back since. Been gone 6 years, almost. According to him, he cool. He play ball. He's sick. He was 18 when he went down. My oldest, he just he went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. All I can say to him is, man, get yourself together. You got your two sons. You weren't raised like that. Regardless of what you saw, what you was looking at, you see me. I stayed there. I protected you. I fed you. I know you need a man to look up to, but I was there and showed you love, compassion, all this stuff. It don't matter if you get it from your mama or your daddy, as long as you get it. That's my theory. Get it. So the middle one, my twin, he just got a short end of the stick. His boys put his name in some stuff, and he ended up in there. And I ain't got money to be playing with these people. I gotta pay my bills, and my children ought to know that if they watch me, if they watch me, they know. So as times went on or whatever, there were times we've had beautiful times together. Me and my children. But there were times when they got on my nerves. There were times after they had done so much stuff or were doing something, police knocking on my door, different things like that. That when they would go to jail, and I would feel okay. I would feel safe. I would feel safe with them. Because they was doing stuff they didn't know nothing about. Nigga, you weren't born with Dukes of Hell. What the hell you doing? Stop messing with people's shit. They gonna kill you. Mm-hmm. Just trying to teach them. Stop touching other people's stuff. You don't want nobody to touch your stuff. Mm-hmm. My life had basically stopped. My life had basically stopped. Everywhere I went, basically, my children, people couldn't understand it because they wanted, I mean, I party every now and then, but it was in between. And I ain't it was years in between, and I ain't did no problem. I didn't care because I had chosen to live this type of lifestyle so that these fellas can see, because I knew there were different type of women out there, which there are different type of women out there. They have to come to their senses. But I was trying to raise them to be fit for the woman they choose or choose them or however the mess go. Because this is new stuff for me. I'm not in a dating scene. So, but I hear that the pools are dirty and nasty. I hear that it's just disgusting. And it's like, what? And then, like, oh my God, I'm all over the place. When these people say, well, if he make this amount of money, he should be able to you know, get different coochie and different stuff like that. What? Nigga, you crazy. Whoever you are crazy as hell. I mean, I'm not gonna sit up here and say that my husband had never cheated during our marriage, and I found out about it, and ended up somehow staying there, whatever it is. I did. I'm not gonna say I was an ignorant woman, but at the same time, I was collecting data, right? And this is about the children, but I'm talking about this right now. I appreciate everything that he did, whether it was good or bad. I appreciate it. God knows I do. I appreciate it because it was data. It helped me. So there was no need for me to try nothing after I was done with him. And the only reason I was done with him because of certain things he let take over him. He wasn't growing. Things were getting so toxic. And why do I need to? I mean, the children are a certain age where they can see with their own eyes what's really going on. Oh, yeah, I stayed there and suffered for that. So I won't have to tell them nothing. They seen for themselves. Only thing they can say, Mama, you was stupid. What you stay for? What you stay for? However, I don't have to explain to you that your daddy will you make your own decisions. But as time go on, the children will begin to dislike you. Oh my God, do they begin to dislike you. Oh, they're teenagers now. You were just so cute and doing good. You did little things that didn't bother me. I was spending my vacation time around my children. My people. Oh, I'm not spending my vacation. At the same time, what? I'm scheduling my vacation at the same time. At the same time as my children's vacation. Working school system when they went out, I was out. I would tire them out before they would tire me. I would go in there and bug them. My children going, just come in and bug me. Like, mom. I would bug them before I would let them bug me. They would be like, Mom, go. I'd be like, no, y'all want to play, right? Let's play. Come on, let's go outside. Let's play basketball. Let's ride our bikes. Whatever I had to do to keep them busy in whatever lifestyle I had to live to show them certain things, whether they accept it or not. But they accept it. Although right now, two of them in the state that they're in, they have the tools. They have the tools for mother talk, humble, stay humble. I didn't let, I didn't just let people abuse them like teachers because I had my issues when I was coming up with teachers. And I said, if I ever have children, I'm not just gonna let the teacher say anything. I'm gonna investigate it. And so they didn't like me because I would investigate. I would investigate. Okay, you said this child said what? Okay, you said y'all don't do hearsay, so you doing hearsay? Oh, I read the handbook. It says in the handbook that Blase skip it. Oh, you don't like me because I read the handbook. I, it's the parent's handbook, right? Okay, you're not gonna pull a my child. So I'm gonna tell you this story about my baby son. All of my sons have the tendency to be something in spite of their circumstances. All three of them have the tendency to be something great. There was a point in time when we were in church almost 7 days a week, right? But if anything, I think the male need a little more. We were in church almost 7 days a week. Now I had to take my children through these rings. So I had to go through the rings with them. I'm looking back like I'm missing the club. I went to club. I want to party. It wasn't me, but I wasn't ignorant because of the predicaments that I found myself in. If I had had tools, I wouldn't have been in that predicament. But the children, they saw a different type of food. And the crazy part about it is, or would it be, tomboy. Avalanche police or somebody. And anyway, we ain't gonna talk about the ex-husband. I ain't gonna even tell no story. We still married now. We ain't been together since 2014. Somebody gonna file for a goddamn divorce, and then y'all can put it in y'all statistic and say that she filed or he filed. Cause I don't give a damn. We ain't gonna talk about it. Y'all saying you filed for divorce. You filed for divorce. The marriage. The only thing I'm gonna say about that right now is this. If I had a broad that I was hooking when I wanted to, staying with her, or even me paying the bills, but hooking when I wanted to, there are other women out there in the street hooking in when I want to, I can come home and beat on my woman and up her, make her suck me off, because y'all always say sucking into my ring. So I be scared. I think that my hand cut my mouth and cut the fucking. And cut the fucking. Kudos to the ones that suck, because I ain't gonna suck. So, damn, everybody be having that look at the Rocky Block. I was just talking about. Anyway, it wasn't no sacrifice for me to take care of my children. It wasn't no sacrifice. I didn't have men on me, my children, other men doing crazy things you do in front of the children. I didn't do it. It's hard. What up, Lex? Why am I still up? What time is it? 3 o'clock? What is you doing up? Don't tell me you just woke up. You took a nap. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what a nap is? I'm up here talking about motherhood, my little journey. You just woke up talking about my little journey. You really kid, you barely kid. But I'm gonna do a part two. Cause I am tired. I'm sitting here sipping on some EMT. You already know what it is. I'm gonna have to do a part two. Cause I have to shut it down. I have to shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Can you hear me, legs? Can you hear me good, legs? Legs. Legs. Can you hear me now? Let me see. Can you hear me, legs? I woke up early to catch people. Yeah, that was crazy. That I don't know what happened, but that was crazy. We was over there. We was over there cracking jokes. We was over there cracking jokes about the girl too, about Krishan Rock too. They stupid. They said she had blue paint. What the name? Blue face on her tooth. What the hell? They said Krishan had blue face on her tooth. Mm. Let me wait a minute. Hello. You say I saw the time before the baby sleep. That's crazy. Is this thing louder? Is it louder? Can you? Yeah, she moved it to the what? To the- Yeah, it's loud. Can you hear this right here? Can you hear this gunshot? Did you hear it? Let me see. Did you hear it? Okay, let me see. Did you hear that? Yeah. Yeah. You didn't hear Mario? But anyway, I don't know why. You hear Wayne? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But anyway, I wonder. I want you to see something real quick. Tell me if you see this video. Mhm. I'm on. I'm not on stream. Yeah. Night, night, people. There will be a part two.